Hey, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Sean, aka Sean93000. What's going on with y'all out there in interweb land? Interweb land. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, it is back to work Wednesday instead of it being hump day, because for a lot of people, myself included, Monday and Tuesday were days off. So, because of the 4th of July being on a Tuesday. Doing Uber Eats, I started on Monday. I knew it was going to be just one of those kind of days where it was just going to be hit and miss. So Monday I went out anyway, gave it a good shot. Ended up making no money. Turned off the app. Went home first. Made a couple of phone calls. Then went out and had some fun. Tuesday just was a great day, fantastic day. Look at the smile on my face. That should tell you how my Tuesday went. Didn't want to overdo it because I knew I was going to be back out here today, but I came close. I came pretty close to overdoing it. So right now I'm feeling kind of not 100%. I am not 100%. It's going to take a couple of days to recover from that Tuesday. But here I am, back on the grind, trying to make up for those 2 days that I made absolutely no damn money. And this is my first video since I went to the White Sox game with my brother, who, after week 8, sitting in the shade, that cool breeze blowing on us all day, went to sleep about the 8th inning of the game. I shouldn't be surprised, because the night before, I told him, don't overdo it. Oh, I'm going to the club. Don't overdo it. Oh, don't worry about it. I got this. I'm an old pro at. Stayed out all night, drinking, doing whatever else the hell he was doing, and then had to get up right away, went home, crashed out for a few hours, and then I go pick him up, we go to the game. I'm like, what did you expect was going to happen? Went to sleep. He dozed off like 4 or 5 times. I actually got a photograph of him. If you check my Instagram, yes, I'm on Instagram. If you check my Instagram, there's a photo of him passed out beside me. I showed that to his lady. She just burst out laughing. I actually sent it to her. I had to send it to her. But anyway, I had a fantastic time, as if you guys couldn't tell. Sox actually pulled it out for your boy. They actually won. It was a kind of a nail biter at the end there. They almost gave it right back to the Rangers, but they found a way to pull it out. So now they're on the road. I think they're on the West Coast. So it's going to be a minute before they get back to Chi-Town. Had a fantastic time, like I said. Definitely planning to go sometime soon. Well, actually, All-Star break is coming up right now. After they finish this road trip, it's going to go right into the All-Star break. So after the All-Star break, I definitely plan to go to some more games this year. Didn't run into anybody on YouTube. No one came up to me and went, hey! And I didn't see anybody that I might have recognized from YouTube. So, yeah, I understand. Not everybody's a baseball fan. Not everybody could have been in Chicago. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, right back out here again doing this Uber thing. It's been a pretty good day so far. I've done a grand total, I think, of 4 trips. So things are still trying to get back to normal. Bear in mind, most people still have a ton of leftover barbecue. So if you've got barbecue, you're not probably looking to buy a whole lot of stuff out of restaurants right about now. Because you got food. You get up in the morning. I know when we used to barbecue, get up in the morning, the day after the holiday, go find a leftover burger or some dogs or some sausage or something, you know. or as my dad used to call them, brats. You know, for bratwurst. For those that live in Chicago, you probably got the brats. It was probably right away. That's how it's said. That's how people here say it. They don't really call it bratwurst. They just call it brats. It's a Polish thing. I don't know. Chicago, man. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was the app. I noticed it a little bit on Monday, and I thought maybe because it was a new phone. Yes, I had to actually give up my track phone. I'd had it for about 4 years now. And plugging it and unplugging it, it had gotten to the point where you would plug in the charger, and sometimes it wouldn't even stay in there. You would plug it in, then put the phone down, it would fall right out. Other times you would put it in, and you would think it was getting a charge, and it wasn't. So a lot of days I'd wake up, and the phone would be pretty much dead, you know. And there were other features on the track phone that had started to get on my nerve. Like the fact that it had no unlimited data plan. There is no unlimited for a track phone. And that's unfortunately because they have a good network. The one thing that you can say positively about track phone is the fact that their coverage is outstanding. Anywhere in the continental United States, you can go with your track phone and you will most likely have coverage. That was fantastic. I loved that. But the unlimited aspect didn't exist. You had to end up buying your gigabytes one at a time, and they were $10 per gigabyte. So you would use your phone judiciously when it came to the internet, because at $10 a pop, you're only going to get what, maybe 6-7 gigabytes per month. You had to make them last. That and the fact that I couldn't call internationally. I bought an international card, paid the extra $10 plus tax. Tried to make a phone call, couldn't get through. Kept trying, couldn't get through. Figured I'd give it a few days, maybe it needed to be added. Tried again, still didn't work. Ended up calling track phone twice. First guy was like, okay, we're gonna fix it. Tried everything in his power, he couldn't. Next day called, talked to a lady. She was just like, look, where you're trying to call, track phone doesn't service that area. I'm like, I'm not calling Mars. You know, I'm not calling Mars. It's not like I'm calling Timbuktu. You know what I mean? Or Rangoon or someplace. I'm calling up to Canada. But nevertheless, I couldn't get through. So after that, I was just like, I'm done. Like I say, the phone was fantastic. Little 5-inch screen, perfect size for my pocket. Had perfect coverage. Never had a problem as far as calling from anywhere, getting service anywhere I was. It was just the gigabyte. You never could get some sort of unlimited plan with them. So you had to really measure how much you use your phone as far as the internet was concerned. And two, that international calling thing kind of threw me off. So decided to upgrade. Ended up listening to my brother, because I was going to go to AT&T. I was going to go to AT&T and get the Samsung Galaxy A+. I had my mind set on that. I had seen one at Target. Played around with it, you know. I liked it. Big I think it was 6.2-inch screen. And of course, with AT&T, you expect to have, you know, an unlimited data plan. It was going to be fantastic. But my brother's like, no, don't throw your money away. It's a good phone, but you can get something at Metro PCS. So that's what I did. Went to Metro PCS, looked at phones, ended up getting the Alcatel Fierce 4. I figured if I don't like it, I can upgrade in 3 months. Get something better, right? So ended up loading all my apps and all my numbers and all this other stuff into it. Came out on Monday, started doing Uber. Noticed that the navigation system wasn't working. It's just not working. It wouldn't tell me, okay, turn and 400 feet, turn, and whatever. It wasn't giving me turn-by-turn navigation. In fact, it wasn't talking at all, and it wasn't showing up, like leading me to the addresses. So in a way, I was kind of glad that Monday was kind of slow, because it gave me a chance to play around with the phone. So I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe it's just the fact that it's a new phone. So over the weekend, I ended up updating every app that I had on the phone, including Google Maps. Came out today, same problem. Google Maps isn't working on the Uber app. The Uber navigator that is recommended is for shit. It's not working. Ended up downloading Waze again. I like Waze, but Waze sometimes will take you 50 million directions to get to one place, I do like it because it will save your ass from red light cameras. And it will save you police up ahead. I like that. So it gives you a chance to hit the brakes and slow your ass down so you don't end up with a ticket. But even it's not working right. So I'm like, it can't be the phone. The phone, every other feature about the phone is fine. I got the $60 unlimited data plan. So I got the mobile hotspot and the whole 9 yards. All the apps have been updated. Like I said, I took the whole weekend and just made sure I updated every single app, one after the other. So even this morning, though, I was thinking to myself, well, maybe it's the phone. Maybe Boost, Metro PCS is just not a good carrier. Even though I think they're on the Verizon network. So I'm like, it can't be that. Then ran into another Uber Eats driver. Talked to her. She's like, yeah, I've been experiencing the same thing on my phone, and I've had my phone for years. So I'm like, damn. So it is the app. And even though I'm pretty familiar with Chicago, there are neighborhoods that I've never been in. So in those situations, I depend on navigations to get me to the house or the building or the restaurant that I'm going to. And now the app isn't working right. Everything is, telling you go to this restaurant, this, that, and the other. But when it comes to delivering the food, no help at all. So like I said, I've tried everything. I've tried the navigator that Uber provides. Totally worthless. I tried Google Maps navigator. It doesn't work. Try Waze. It doesn't work. So now I'm navigating basically from memory. Not good. When you got someone's food and they're ready to eat and you are trying to remember, okay, I think it's so far east, so far west, turn, and when you're not familiar with that particular area. It is what it is. If you contact Uber and let them know, like, look, navigator isn't working. I've tried 3 different navigators and it's just not working in conjunction with your app. They'll probably be like, oh, well, then try to put it in manually and then that's just a waste of time. You should be able to hit one button, navigate, and it should take you to where you're going. That's how navigation works. That's how turn-by-turn navigation is supposed to work. That's how it was working. Now it's not. I don't know. I don't know who to complain to or even if I should complain. It is what it is. But on the good side, July is my last month doing this. So if I can get through July, I don't care about it anymore. I really don't. If they fix it, they fix it. If they don't, I don't give a shit. July is my last month doing Uber, period. So if I can just get through this month, I'm okay. One more thing I wanted to talk about before I head out. The last run I made was to a McDonald's. And it was a tip. And believe it or not, I didn't have to go 1,000 miles to get there. I was headed in that direction anyway. Mr. Beer. Ever since I started doing home brewing, I used a Mr. Beer kit the very first time I ever homebrewed. You know, $20. It's not gonna break the bank if you fuck it up. Turned out to be good beer, just not very strong beer. I think it had a 2% alcohol level. You know, 2% alcohol by volume, or ABV. But what can you expect from a cheap, what was it, $20 kit that I ended up getting from, what was it, Target, I believe? I got it from Target, I think. It was what it was, you know. I'm not complaining. It got me into, you know, it gave me the opportunity to try out different things in home brewing. Give me a chance to try it out, and if it, you know, if I fucked it up or if I didn't like it, it was only $20 gone. So, and now Mr. Beer sends me emails every single day. You know, it is what it is, like I said before. But back to the McDonald's. I was headed in that direction, so I wasn't that far away. I go there, park, go inside. The place is jam-packed because nobody apparently is cooking anything. I don't know if there was something going on in the back, there was an equipment malfunction, whatever, but no food is coming up front. So everybody in the front, all the customers are bitching and moaning. That's when you know you're in for a rough ride. When you walk through the door and you hear complaining and the place is packed, that's when you know you're in for a rough one. So they're trying to get people out the door. People are bitching and moaning. We don't live in a society where you can afford to be, you know, patient with people anymore. You don't know who's going to start shooting, especially in this city. So they're trying to serve the customers and get them out the door. Finally, they get around to me. I show my phone. They check the tablet. There's no order. The tablet is fucking up. Not the first time this happened at a McDonald's. Not the first time it's happened at that McDonald's. I don't know if that's something that they should talk to Uber about. But I'm standing there with my bag, with my phone, telling them I got a delivery. They have no knowledge of it. They're plugging in, unplugging the tablet, starting it, restarting it, doing all this other shit, trying to get the app to show them confirmation that, yeah, you know, I really did get an order. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck, you know? So finally, I'm standing there for half hour. They finally get the tablet working because for some unknown reason they won't take my word for it. Other McDonald's have. When their tablet malfunction, they'll look at my phone and they'll take the items on my phone and they'll just add them up, print out the receipt, give me the food. I guess it's happened so much, that's the way they're kind of used to doing things. And that's a fucking shame that Uber is sending out this substandard ass equipment to these restaurants. So they finally get around to getting the tablet working, hand me the food, except they're handing it to me piecemeal. French fries, they put in the bag. The drink, they make and put in front of me. And they're waiting on the burger, like I said. It doesn't seem like anybody in the back is cooking. I don't know what's going on. So like I said, I'm standing there. And I thought a million times cancel the order. But I'm like, nah, I'm going to get my fuel's worth, even if it's only $3. $3 worth of fuel, you know, that's a gallon plus in the city of Chicago these days. So I'm like, shit, I'm not leaving. I'm going to take this food over to this person. I'm going to get my fuel's worth. So I'm standing there. Finally, the burger slides down, or somebody hand the burger with a Big Mac, because it was a Big Mac meal. Put everything together, I leave. About a mile and a half, which was a difference, because this time I actually had to take the food about a mile and a half. I get there, cute little chubby girl. She's like, thanks for bringing the food. I'm like, how long did you have to wait? She's like, I ordered at 11 o'clock. I didn't get to her until about 12:30. Think about that. You order on Uber Eats at 11 a.m. Your food doesn't get to you until 12:30, an hour and a half later. I would have canceled if it had been me, you know? I would have canceled. And that's another reason why I don't like canceling people's orders. I don't know how long they've been waiting. And like I told her when I got there, because she asked, why did it take so long? I'm like, because drivers are passing up those McDonald's runs. That's why. Guys are getting McDonald's and they're just ignoring them. And so it's getting passed along further and further and further. And it doesn't help the fact that I get to the restaurant and it's jam-packed. They're not cooking any food. And then the tablet isn't working. I'm like, damn, that's like, in a way, it's like the holy trinity of shit going wrong. You know? You get there, the McDonald's is fucked up, the customers are pissed, and the tablet isn't working. The holy trinity of a fucked up order. But I got her Big Mac meal, so hopefully she went inside and ate, and she's all happy now. And like I said, she was cute. So, you know, we stood there and we jabber-jawed for a few minutes. I didn't get a number. I didn't ask for a number, nothing like that, just in case. I'm a good guy. I'm a one-woman man, let's put it that way. I'm a one-woman man. But she was cute, you know. So like I told her, you know, it's because drivers are passing up those McDonald's orders. Not too many guys are interested in doing a $3 ride, and that's exactly what I got paid. It was actually, no. It was $4.48. Like I said, it was over a mile from the restaurant. So it was like $4.48, which is fucking rare for McDonald's. Anything over $4 is rare when you're doing a McDonald's run. That's just the nature of the beast. That's why drivers are passing those off. They're not accepting those. And therefore, people that are ordering from McDonald's, it might be this fantastic way for you to get some McDonald's, but your wait is going to get longer and longer and longer. Because nobody is going to accept those offers. No one is going to go stand in line. Now imagine if I was in drive-thru, running my car engine with the AC on, waiting on that order. I stood in line before they even handed me the fries, 30 minutes. After they handed me the fries, it was another good 10 to 15 minutes before I left McDonald's. Now imagine if I'm sitting outside in the drive-thru in my car waiting on that order. How much gas I would have wasted on just one order. That's why I've always believed the best thing to do, park, go in, get the food that way. I see guys in the drive-thru lane, and I've actually left the restaurant sometimes and they're still sitting in the driver's lane. No, thank you. I'm not killing my gas like that. No. Gas is relatively cheap these days, although I suspect it's going to go up this week. The main driving holiday is done. So gas prices are probably going to shoot up again. But I'm still not going to waste my gas sitting in a drive-thru for somebody else's food. No. I'll park, go in, take care of the order that way. My car sat idle for 45 minutes. Think about that. My car sat there, not running, in the parking lot, in a low parking space, for 45 minutes while I was inside getting the food. That's how you do it. I don't know what to tell people. When they find out, Uber delivers McDonald's, you're like, hey, your best bet, walk to your local McDonald's and get what you want. Because the wait time is going to get longer and longer and longer. Because the drivers that are out here do not like McDonald's. Those cheap ass runs. And then you get there, food isn't ready, technology isn't working. It's not worth it. I could have done 2 runs in the time it took me to do 1. Think about that for a minute. And you wonder why drivers are just passing those off. I don't know what Uber's going to do about it. I don't know how long they're going to be in partnership with McDonald's, how long McDonald's is going to be in partnership with them. McDonald's seems to like it. They like the fact that they can have food delivered to their customers. I'm not sure how much Uber is enjoying it, especially when you're starting to get drivers pass that shit off. As long as they're making enough money to compensate, they don't care. But once it starts cutting into the revenue, we'll see something happen. Alright guys, I'm going to go inside and get me something to drink because I'm a little thirsty. And I didn't bring any water with me today. Just wasn't thinking it was going to get this hot today. Last week they were talking about temperatures in the low 60s and 70s on Wednesday. Right now it's like 88 degrees. How do you go from the low 60s to 88 degrees? Meteorologists. Alright, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to talk about. Over the 4th of July weekend here in Chicago, there were 100 shootings in this city. 13 people as of this morning when I was watching the 9 o'clock news on Channel 9 died from gun-related violence in the city of Chicago this week. I know I'm pissing in the wind here, but damn guys, come on now. This shit is getting out of hand. 100 people shot in 4 days. 100 people shot in 4 days. That averages out to 25 people a day. That averages out to 1.1 person per hour. And I guarantee you this. If you were to go into these hospitals, or you would have asked the police, I'm willing to bet all 100 of the people that were shot were black. How the hell can we ever rise when we're doing this to each other and ourselves? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I like guns as much as the next dude. I'm a card carry member of the NRA. The NRA is whatever it is, whatever you make it. If you are a staunch Republican, then the NRA is for you. If you're a Democrat, the NRA is for you. The NRA is whatever you make it. It's not an evil, sinister organization. At least I don't think it is. But to do this on the streets of your hometown, it's just absolutely ridiculous. That this is the way we carry on. This is the way we present ourselves to the rest of the world. As black people, we're violent, dangerous, and homicidal. That's how the world sees us. And the fact that we shooting each other left, right, and center does nothing to dispel that rumor, that myth, that fucking stereotype. And then we wonder, and then we get mad about it when we go anyplace else and people are afraid of us. Nobody wants to be around us because we carry that stigma with us, that we're all gun-toting thugs, ready to shoot at the first little sign of provocation. That's what people think of us. And this weekend did nothing to invalidate that thought. 100 people in 4 days, which means Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Not even Friday, just Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 100 people were shot here in the city of Chicago. 13 have passed away as of this morning. It could be higher. I haven't watched the news since I came out. But that's us. And the million-dollar question is why? What did somebody do to you that was so bad where you need to pick up a gun? You got time to process what they did. To tell yourself, well, I'm going to go get my gun. Then you got time to calm down. Whatever the fuck they did is not worth somebody's life over. If you fighting over territory, if this is gang-related, drug-related, what are you fighting for? There are enough hypes out here that everybody can eat. And if it's over some other bullshit, over a woman or somebody You think disrespected you, stepped on your kicks, put their hand on your dog. I mean, what the fuck? It's not worth their life and the potential of you losing yours. It just looks bad because it is bad. But then you got some motherfuckers who just don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about how the outside world sees them as long as they can walk through the hood and be kings. You king of what? King of shit, that's what you are. You the king of shit. Everybody is doing everything in their damn power to get out of the hood. You want to be king of the hood. The king of a pile of shit is what? The king of a pile of shit. That's what the hood really is. That's why we work our asses off to try to move the fuck away. To get out of that. To get out of that stagnant poverty, that hopelessness that is the hood. The hood ain't nothing nice. And then you going around singing and rapping to all these rap songs. Every single one of those rappers that sold a fucking record, as soon as he was able, got his black ass the fuck up out of the hood. Ain't none of them niggas that you rapping about and rapping to still in the hood. Because that's the whole point. They worked their asses off. They used their talent to get the fuck out of it. Nobody wants to live in the hood. That's why we work our asses off to get the fuck out of it. And you running around glorifying it, running around happy to be in it. You want to be king of the motherfucker. And so you picking up a gun and shooting your fellow man. Your brother. You don't see any other race doing that. You don't see Latinos doing that shit, Asians doing that shit. You sure as hell don't see white guys doing it. White guys are in gangs just like we are. You take your ass in certain neighborhoods, you might not get out of it. And we all know what those neighborhoods are here in Chicago. But they're not shooting and killing each other. They got more fucking sense than that. We're the only assholes that don't seem to have any goddamn sense. A gun does not define who you are. A gun doesn't make you any more of a man or any less of a man. It's what you do with your life that defines you. It's what you give back to your community that defines you. What are you giving back? Misery, sorrow, agony, and pain. That's what you're giving back. That's all you're giving back. You will never be a legend. But then again, you got some motherfuckers who don't even understand what the concept of a legend is. Ignorant and just wallowing in it. The gun gives them power. Shooting it makes them feel like a man. Like I said, I love guns as much as the next motherfucker. I love going to the range. I really do. I love squeezing off a box of 50s. That's a relaxing fucking afternoon. It's a fun afternoon. And maybe I'll make a video at the range one of these days. But I'm not going to take that same attitude out onto the street. I've had plenty of people piss me off. They're still walking around. If they're not, it's not because of me. I am not a god. I don't feel I have the right to take somebody else's life. If it's in the line, if it's to protect myself and other people, I will do what I have to do. But just because we got beef, I'm going to shoot you? Fuck no. No, we can talk it out or we can walk away. Your life is not that fucking important to me. And I'm not throwing my life away to make myself feel like a man. I already am a man. I go to work every fucking day and support me and mine. I pay my taxes and I try to do what's right by my community. The definition of a man. My brothers, put that bullshit ass gun down. Stop listening to all these rap lyrics because 99% of these niggas that's talking about how many niggas they done shot ain't never even shot a gun before. It's an image. It's an image to sell records. The harder you are, the more street cred you have. We all know that. Stop trying to live that gangster mentality that you're hearing in these rap songs, because these niggas can tell a good story. But that's how they sell records. But if you were to pin one of these niggas down, 99% of them have never, ever been in a gang or shot a gun or even been shot at. But yet you out here living your life based on what you're hearing in their songs. Stop that shit. Grow a fucking brain and stop trying to leech off of somebody else's brain. 100 people in 4 days. That does not bode well for the rest of this summer. And yet I've had people actually come up to me and ask me, why you want to leave the city? Why would you want to stay? Especially when you are one of the people most likely to be shot. How many people got shot in those 4 days who had nothing to do with anything, were just standing there? They were innocent bystanders who got caught in the crossfire. You rolling up shooting from a car. You can't shoot for shit anyway. Because you don't go to the range. You don't spend that time or that money to get good, to get proficient at your job. So you're shooting from a moving fucking vehicle. And you are surprised when innocent people get caught in the crossfire. You have no fucking remorse about the fact that you just killed some innocent person who had nothing to do with your beef. That's why I think about leaving. I'm embarrassed. I love this city to death. I think Chicago is one of the greatest cities on the planet. I think we have everything to offer. We have beauty, we have culture, we have history, sports in every kind. Every kind of restaurant you want to eat out of, every kind of food, you can get it here. Entertainment, music, concerts, everything. Right here. And then we got these ignorant motherfuckers just polluting the water stream. That's a fucking shame. How are we ever going to come up as a people? The answer is we're never going to come up as a people. And there are some people out there that are laughing their ass off right now, dancing and having a fucking toast to just how fucking stupid we can be. We will never, ever come up because we can't get our shit together. We think with a gun and with our dick. That's it. That's our whole mentality. Fucking and shooting. Not building, not creating. Not improving. Fucking and making babies and killing motherfuckers. That's our whole mentality. And I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but damn, this shit just, it boggles the mind and it irks the fuck out of you. You can't even enjoy life. Now imagine if that's one of the reasons that when I go outside my house, I get in my car and I go the farthest fucking way I can to get away from black people. It's not that I have a problem with black people. I have a problem with being shot to death by black people. Understand the difference in those two things. I am black. I will always be black. Oh shit, don't tell me this is another fucking McDonald's. Nope. Fuck it, I'll go get it. That's the restaurant that's got those 2 Big Macs for $5. I might grab me 2 while I'm up there. But I have no problem. I love my black people. But I'm embarrassed by some of my black people acting this way. No fucking respect for life at all. Theirs or anybody else's. That's learned. That's a learned behavior. But as you learn it, you can unlearn it. That's why when I take my ass anywhere out, I try to go as far away from my fellow black people as I can get. That's why I like going over to the game. That's why I like going way the fuck up north when I go out. I'm not going to party in a club in our neighborhood so I can get shot. It's got nothing to do with being bougie or anything else. It's about self-fucking preservation. Why go where you know some shit might jump off? Why get shot over some shit you had nothing to do with? A bullet has no name. A bullet is not fucking heat seeking. It ain't gonna find the motherfucker that you shoot at. It'll go straight. So if you miss, the next closest motherfucker gets hit. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. Except the fact that I am just frustrated and at the end of my wits when it comes to this shit. I turned on the news this morning. I'm surprised as fuck. I'm expecting to hear maybe 12, 13 people got shot. That's a typical fucking weekend. And that's too much. But 100 people in just 4 days, not even counting Friday. 100 shootings in 4 days. I had to actually sit down. I was standing up when the chick said that. I had to sit down because it actually shocked the fuck out of me that much. I don't have any answers to this problem. It's not something that can be solved with jobs. Because there will always be a segment of society that will never work a day in their lives. Not an honest job. There are 7 billion people on this planet. If there were 8 billion jobs, crime wouldn't disappear tomorrow. Crime will never disappear. Because there are some people that would rather make that fast quarter through any means necessary than that slow ass nickel. And that's just the way shit is. So it's not a question of, oh, bring jobs into the neighborhood. You can bring all the jobs you want into the neighborhood and they will still turn it down. McDonald's are hiring every fucking day. And I've actually had niggas tell me, man, fuck McDonald's. I'm going in there flipping no damn burgers. That's the mentality that some people have. They'd rather go out there and do wrong than stand behind a counter and wear a uniform and do right. That fast quarter is more valuable to them than that slow nickel. And they have no regard for life in any shape or form. I don't see it getting any better. I don't see this task force. I see it in the same way I see the war on drugs. President Ronald Reagan started that shit way back in the early 80s. The war on drugs was started under President Ronald Reagan in his first administration. How we've done? How has the war on drugs gone? When you can walk a block in any direction and get anything you want to get high. How has the war on drugs gone so far, America? How close are we to winning it? Smoke ass. Say hello to each other. That's what the war on drugs is. And now you got this task force saying, well, we're going to target the people that bring guns into the city. A band-aid on a bullet wound. That's what that is. You guys be safe out there. Watch out for yourselves. Watch out for each other. Try your best to not get shot. You guys take care, and I'll holler at you later. Peace.